We got some injuries. We got some injuries for the Ramley. And so let me just bring back up my articles here. Again, Cameron De Silva just writing phenomenal articles here. So the Los Angeles Rams... The Los Angeles Rams will be without 4 players when training camp practice begins this weekend. The team announced on Friday that Jalen Ramsey, Travin Howard, Quentin and Kyren Williams are all going on the PUP list. The PUP list, the physically unable to perform list, to open camp. So, what does this mean? Well, going on the PUP list right now is drastically different than going on the list in the season. And so I think, maybe a lot of you, when I saw this happening, you're kind of like, oh no, like, is Jalen going to miss time? Like, those two rookies going on that list, kind of concerned about that. Well, I'm glad you just popped in today because we're gonna just sort out some stuff here, okay? So, during training camp and the preseason, if a player is put on the PUP list at any time without penalty, teams can add players back to their roster at any time. So, for all we know, next week they could be off the list. A player on the PUP list can't practice until being cleared by the team's medical staff, but they may participate in team meetings and use team training medical facilities. And shout out to Brett Stewart, who of the Fansided Network, who wrote this article on it. Now, the rules differ for any player that is placed on the PUP list at the start of the season. Those players must remain on it for a minimum 4 games before they can be added to the active roster. Prior to this year's rule change, players could not be reinstated from the PUP list until 6 weeks had passed. So, the fact that they're getting on the list right now, that actually bodes okay for the Rams. I don't think we fully understand that when your team makes it to the Super Bowl, you have less time to heal up than any other team. And so these injuries, they definitely impact us. They make more reps for younger players. But then for your younger players that you wish they were getting those reps, like Kyren Williams and Quentin Lake. But I'm confident that we have a great medical staff with the Rams. They take care of our players well, and I'm optimistic that they'll return in time for the season. And I do believe this is more cautionary and preventative of further injury than anything else. But you never want to see players get injured. I wish everyone was invincible, but that's not the world we live in. And it's one of the reasons why football is a dangerous game. But the injuries do happen. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Definitely, Jalen, is concerning, especially because we found out that he played with a separated shoulder for most of the latter part of last year. And it sounds like even Van Jefferson was playing with an ankle injury towards the latter part of last year. So we'll have to monitor that as well. But definitely, something to keep an eye on, because if your team catches the injury bug, that can derail your season fast. I know, many of us longtime Ram fans, we know about Sam Bradford going down. We know about the injuries to Kurt Warner that kind of took him out. And just whenever any of your big name players get injured, or your starters, or even your guys with potential, and if you follow a team like we do, it's heartbreaking. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me get back to the chat here.